Welcome everyone. In this episode, let's follow a guy and his journey to build wooden houses in unique locations. From selecting the perfect spot to gathering materials and crafting every detail by hand, you'll witness the entire process as he turns his bold ideas into reality. So let's follow along and discover how he manages to bring these incredible wooden homes to life, one project at a time. The first house he chose to build is located right in the middle of a quiet, shallow wetland. With calm water surrounding the site, it's a challenging yet peaceful setting that reflects his adventurous spirit. To begin, he carefully prepares sturdy wooden beams, which will serve as the foundation frame of the house. Each beam is measured and arranged with precision, laying the groundwork for a strong, elevated floor that will rise just above the surface of the water. He then plants the wooden posts firmly into the ground beneath the water, creating the main support pillars for the house's frame. He connects the upright pillars using horizontal and diagonal wooden beams, carefully locking them together to form the base frame of the house. These cross beams not only shape the floor structure, but also play a vital role in reinforcing the entire foundation. By interlacing the beams with precision, he ensures that the frame is both strong and stable, capable of withstanding shifting water levels and wind. On top of the frame, he carefully lays down wide wooden planks, fitting them snugly together to create a smooth, sturdy floor surface. Each plank is aligned with care, then secured tightly to the frame below, transforming the bare skeleton into a solid platform. On the newly finished wooden floor, he raises 4 vertical beams, carefully positioning them at the corners to sketch out the basic frame of the house. These upright posts serve as the backbone of the structure, marking the height and boundaries of the future walls. To make it easier to move back and forth, he builds a narrow wooden bridge stretching from the house to the edge of the pond. He begins by placing 2 long horizontal beams across the water, firmly anchoring them to both banks for stability. To strengthen the structure, he adds supporting beams beneath, ensuring the bridge can bear weight and remain steady over time. Once the frame is secure, he carefully lays wooden planks across the top, creating a flat and sturdy walkway. Step by step, the bridge comes together, a simple yet essential connection between the house and the land, blending functionality with rustic charm. With the house walls, starting at the base, he stacked 1 wooden beam on top of the next, creating a tight interlocking pattern that protected against wind and water. One by one, the beat of his hammer echoed across the pond until 3 sides of the structure were completely clad in wood. On one side of the pond, he began building a small dam to stop the flow of water. With each addition, the structure became more solid, gradually slowing the movement of the water. As the dam formed, the water level behind it began to rise, gently filling the space and transforming the shallow pond into a deeper, calmer lake. He then begins the careful process of framing the roof. Starting with the triangular gables at the front and back of the house, he measures and aligns each piece with precision, ensuring that the center ridge of the roof will sit perfectly straight. These gable frames act as the foundation for the entire roof structure, so he takes extra care to adjust and secure them firmly into place. Once aligned, he fastens them tightly to the main frame of the house, creating a strong and balanced outline. He continues by layering wooden beams over the rear section of the roof frame, carefully overlapping each piece to fully cover and protect the structure beneath. With steady hands, he secures these planks tightly, ensuring the roof is sealed against the elements. Once all the boards are in place, he takes a saw to trim away any excess edges, shaping clean, precise lines along the roof's perimeter. For the front wall of the house, he carefully constructs a sturdy frame to create the entranceway. This framed opening marks the doorway, thoughtfully sized and positioned to welcome light and air into the home. Once the doorway frame is secure, he continues adding wooden planks to cover any remaining gaps in the front wall. Piece by piece, he fits each board tightly, closing off the structure and reinforcing its strength. With the entrance defined and the walls fully enclosed, the house's walls are finally complete, standing as a sturdy shelter. On the roof, he carefully spreads a durable layer of nylon sheeting to serve as a waterproof barrier, protecting the structure from rain and moisture. Once the plastic cover is securely in place, he lays horizontal wooden beams across the roof. To make working at height safer and more efficient, he also builds a sturdy wooden staircase, providing easy access to the roof and upper sections of the house. Whenever he needs to work on the roof, he climbs back up the sturdy wooden staircase and continues installing the remaining wooden planks, carefully fitting each piece to fully cover and seal the roof structure. He moves steadily from one side of the roof to the other, carefully balancing as he works his way across the wooden surface. With each step, he adjusts and secures the planks, making sure every section is tightly fitted and aligned. Step by step, he closes every gap, reinforcing the roof's strength and ensuring complete protection from the elements. His careful attention to detail transforms the roof into a solid, weatherproof shelter ready to stand firm through rain, wind, and sun alike. He gathers soft moss from nearby areas, carefully collecting enough to use as natural insulation. Then he gently stuffs the moss into the gaps between the wooden planks, filling every crevice to block out drafts and keep the interior warm and cozy. He carefully frames the edges of the roof with neatly cut wooden trim, skillfully outlining the perimeter to give the structure a finished, polished look. With this final touch, the roof structure is complete, strong, weatherproof, and beautifully detailed, perfectly capping off the wooden house. Inside the house, he builds a sturdy bed frame securely fastened to the walls. Using thick wooden beams, he constructs the frame to ensure it's strong and stable, designed to fit perfectly within the cozy space. By anchoring the bed directly to the wall, he maximizes floor space and creates a durable sleeping area that feels both safe and comfortable. He also makes sure to build a solid front door for the house. Carefully crafting the door frame, he fits sturdy wooden planks together to form a secure barrier that can protect the home from the elements and provide privacy. The door is then firmly hung on strong hinges, allowing it to open and close smoothly. He also installs a small stove inside the house, carefully positioning it to provide both warmth and a place for cooking. With this addition, the wooden house transforms into a fully functional living space, blending rustic simplicity with essential modern comforts. He builds a sturdy railing along one side of the floor, carefully securing each wooden post and beam to create a safe and charming barrier. Then, on top of the roof, he constructs a small triangular gable as an architectural accent, subtle yet striking feature that adds character and balance to the house's design. This little peak draws the eye upward, giving the entire structure a distinctive silhouette and completing the harmonious look of the wooden home. And just like that, the first wooden house is complete. From the foundation set in the water to the finishing touches on the roof, every step of the journey reflects careful craftsmanship and dedication. Standing proudly above the pond, this unique home is not only a shelter, but a testament to creativity and harmony with nature, a true beginning to an extraordinary adventure in building. Inside the cozy wooden house, he builds a small stove and lights a gentle fire to warm the space. Using a few freshly caught fish, he prepares a simple yet satisfying dinner, cooking over the open flame with skill and care. The aroma of the sizzling fish fills the room, blending with the warmth of the stove to create a comforting atmosphere. It's a humble meal, made special by the quiet moments spent inside his handcrafted home, proof that sometimes simplicity is the greatest luxury. He eats, drinks, and rests inside the cozy wooden house, allowing himself time to recharge and regain strength for the journey ahead. This well-deserved rest prepares him for the next chapter of his adventure, ready to continue building and exploring with renewed energy and determination. Moving on to the second house in his journey, this time he sets out to build high up in a sturdy tree. The first step is to create a solid wooden platform securely anchored to the tree trunk, forming a stable floor that will support the entire structure. With the foundation in place and a way up established, the treehouse begins to take shape. Alongside this, he constructs a carefully designed staircase that winds up to the platform, providing safe and easy access from the ground below. On top of the sturdy floor frame, he begins constructing the walls of the treehouse. With a solid and well-secured framework in place, he carefully attaches wooden planks to fully enclose the space, transforming the open platform into a sheltered room. As he works, he thoughtfully incorporates window openings into the walls, framing them precisely to allow natural light and fresh air to flow inside. After completing 3 sides of the walls, he moves on to install the roof frame. Carefully aligning each beam, he secures the triangular structure on top of the walls, making sure it's stable and well balanced. Once the frame is in place, he covers it with metal roofing sheets, laying them tightly side by side to ensure full protection from rain and wind. The smooth, reflective surface of the metal contrasts beautifully with the rustic wood, giving the treehouse both durability and a modern touch. He pauses his work to prepare a simple lunch, taking a well-earned break after the intense effort of building high above the ground. Working at height has drained a good deal of his energy, and the midday sun adds to the fatigue. He cooks a warm meal and allows himself a moment of rest. With the breeze rustling through the leaves around him and the structure of the treehouse taking shape behind him, this quiet pause offers both nourishment and renewal. He continues by adding wooden planks to the front wall, carefully fitting each piece to complete the surface while maintaining a balanced and sturdy structure. As he builds, he makes sure to leave space for the front door and a window, framing both openings with precision. Inside the treehouse, he lines the walls with insulating foam to help regulate the temperature and keep the space warm during cold days and cool during heat. Once the insulation is securely in place, he begins covering it with neatly cut wooden planks, carefully fitting each one to hide the underlying structure. On the outside, he gives the entire house a fresh coat of green paint, allowing it to blend beautifully with the surrounding foliage. The soft green tone helps the treehouse harmonize with nature, making it feel like a natural extension of the forest itself. Once the paint is dry, he adds round wooden planks along the edges of the house, carefully attaching them to frame the corners and outlines. He uses a blowtorch to lightly scorch the surface of the wooden walls inside the house, carefully burning the top layer to bring out the rich grain and texture of the wood. The result is a warm, rustic finish that deepens the color of the wood and gives the space a uniquely crafted, timeless feel. He begins crafting and installing the essential furniture pieces needed to make the treehouse truly livable. With skilled hands, he builds a compact table, a sturdy bed, and several storage shelves, all designed to fit seamlessly within the limited space. And of course, a kitchen is indispensable in the house for cooking, serving daily living needs. Finally, he heads out to gather moss, carefully selecting thick, healthy patches from the forest floor. Once back at the treehouse, he climbs onto the roof and begins laying the moss across its surface, gently pressing it into place to form a soft, natural covering. With the second house now complete, this chapter of his journey comes to an end. Thank you for joining him along the way. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more exciting content. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next one.